After Bethesda took the reins of the Fallout franchise to massive success, they're rolling the dice and letting developers Obsidian try their hand at the series. With Fallout New Vegas.
War never changes.
That's right, Ron Perlman. War never changes. And neither does Fallout. This time around, you play as a courier who's left for dead after being shot in the face by Chandler from Friends.
From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Luckily, you get better and set out to get revenge while taking over New Vegas in the process.
You'll also have more than your fair share of fetch quests, but since you're playing as a courier, we can chalk that up to role-playing.
The story is interesting enough to keep your attention, but some of the big reveals are recycled from earlier games and come off feeling a bit unsurprising.
The point of my inviting you to visit me here at the Lucky 38 before stomping into the tops on your own was to help you prepare tactically.
For the uninitiated, Fallout looks like a shooter, but doesn't exactly play like one. Beneath the shooter exterior is a complex RPG system that creates some unrealistic yet humorous moments. I'm hit! Ugh! But it does make sense once you realize that there are dice under the hood. Thanks to those dice, you can even talk your way out of a boss battle. Seriously.
Know that I shall return east. I shall not remain there forever.
If you haven't noticed already, Fallout New Vegas isn't exactly a visual spectacle. That's because it's running off of the same engine as Fallout 3. It's a solid engine, but it looks pretty dated, especially when compared to some of this year's best.
Even if that means our lives, we will stop at nothing.
Still, it gets the job done, and it can still create some beautiful blood explosions. There are some changes that keep this from being a complete retread of Fallout 3. There are different factions in the Mojave that are vying for power, and your actions affect how each faction reacts to you. Kill some members of Caesar's Legion and they'll mark you for death. Clear the raiders from a defenseless town and you'll become the town hero. It's all up to you, and the story plays out depending on how each faction feels about you. It's a welcome addition to the series for sure. Unfortunately, Fallout New Vegas is marred by glitches.
It's Pacer and some strangers. Might be NCR.
What is that fool doing?
My thoughts exactly. Many of these glitches were present in Fallout 3, but that was 2 years ago. There are some new glitches, so I guess that can count as another addition to the series, right? Another complaint is that New Vegas features every gamer's worst enemy: invisible walls. They typically show up in mountainous areas. Fallout 3 kept you from venturing too far off course by putting in mountains that were too steep to climb. Instead of this, New Vegas uses invisible walls which hinder the free exploration that the game thrives on. It comes off feeling a little lazy. The game also suffers from unbalanced enemies. It isn't an issue of level though. My character can easily make other enemies explode into blood, yet this boss seems impervious to bullets in the face. Not to mention, he has an infinite number of troops that can keep spawning behind him. It's not exactly fair. These complaints seem like deal breakers, but they're actually only minor issues that keep you from being completely engrossed in Obsidian's world. For those of you who put an hour into Fallout 3 and decided it wasn't for you after getting killed by rad roaches and mole rats, there isn't anything to change your opinion of the series here. But New Vegas is a great game for Fallout fans eager to spend another 100 or so hours in the wasteland. This is Brett from Mahalo Games, and oh my god, ants!